Eileo guys, and welcome back. In today's video, this was actually user requested. This is coming from Yuki Shiro, I do believe, and they just wanted some tips with the upcoming festival for Baby Shark, so I figured I would go ahead and share that just to hopefully help out the newer players, and for the players that already have Baby Shark, if you just want to listen and hang out, hey, more power to you. But let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so starting off here with the festival starting literally here in a couple of hours, I have the Eileo account up because obviously I'm going to be farming out baby sharks on the Eileo account. And now once this festival starts, you are able to capture baby sharks in the wild. And as you can see right here on the far right upper portion of the screen, I have 501 chips because I've just been skipping out on exotics because they've been trash. But as much as you guys want to go ahead and be like, well, Eileo, he's out, I can go catch him, right? Hold off. Just wait. Just wait. The best way to get the most captures, at least in my honest opinion, especially for newer players, is to wait until the weekend. If it's like the last couple of days for Baby Shark and you don't have either 3 or 4 of them built up, feel free to go ahead during the weekday to do that. But I would mainly, I recommend 99% of your farming be done on the weekend, because usually on the weekend there's a 15% increase for the capture rate, which is a big deal, especially depending on your gold percentages that you have on your areas. If we can go over here and take a look real quick. So as you can see right here, I have the bonus. So the default is 34%, and I have the bonus, which is 20% added, which is a super duper big deal when it comes to capturing these mons. Bump that up with 15, and we're sitting at what? 69% capture rate. I'm sure it's not that high, or basically, the higher the capture rate, the better. So that means you're going to end up wasting less chips in order to do that. Following up from that, though, let's go ahead and take a look at the shop. Just remember, try and farm out on the weekends if you can, especially if that's the biggest time that you can play. It may take a little bit of time out of your day, but I implore you to do so. But with the shop up as well, there's a whole bunch of goodies in here, and as always, I would recommend that you kind of go through the highest stuff first. At least that's what I do in my opinion. Like, I'm going to aim for the Holy Gleam first, and then I'll pick up this guy over here, and then I'll end up picking up Grandma and Grandpa Shark, who act as gleams. Then I'll get the gleam. Legendary Secret Egg is optional in my opinion. Of course, I'm going to get the gold, and you need to get the chips every day and the energy every day. So I like to work my way from the biggest to the lowest, because the lowest is a lot easier to get as the event goes on, but you literally shouldn't have any problems if you're playing the game consistently every day. It doesn't even have to be all day, but consistently enough that you'll have no problem getting these at all. So definitely come in here, purchase the energy every day. Make sure you purchase the Astro Chips every day, because that's 5 that you get from the festival of just logging in, and then you get 5 more, so that's 10 chips, which on the weekends, depending on your luck, that could result in 10 baby sharks. If not, that could result in 7 or 8 baby sharks. So do keep that in mind. There's also the baby shark missions over here. Don't really worry about this too much, because you're going to be farming out more than 500 battles if you're trying to get an Evo 3 baby shark. Obviously, if you're a newer player and you're progressing through the story, or just progressing with your Astromons in general, you're going to be evolving them, especially with festivals coming up. The gold dungeon, there is a little trick to the gold dungeon, which I will show you. Of course, doing your dailies every day, which you should be doing already, that's going to be complete. Weekly is easy to knock out too, and this gives you just a ton of the little pearls right here. Same thing with 10 plus 12 gems. If you guys want to know a big secret with that too, if you really want to get that currency super duper quickly, go ahead and head out to freaking Phantom Forest stage 1 on easy. Farm out 10 gems that are like 1 stars, and it's going to cost you like 0 gold almost just to get those guys to plus 12, and you can delete them, and congratulations, you have it. And that goes for the same thing of upgrading gems. You have these two done super duper quick. Fighting the Astromon League, we get 10 PvP tickets every single day, and if you watch the ad, you also get an additional 10. So even if you're not a big PvP fan, what you can do is over a 5-day span, you can, number 1, go ahead and run PvP, watch the ad, run PvP again, come back the next day, rinse and repeat. So getting that out of the way, super duper easy. It kind of sucks for those 5 days, but after that, who cares? You get your free gleam egg, and I don't really care about portraits. I'm never going to change mine. It's just pointless to me. But let me go over here and show you guys real quick the little gold dungeon. It's not a cheat or anything. It's well-known knowledge, but you know, you just come over here to the gold dungeon. You have 3 daily attempts. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and enter it, boys and girls. We're gonna enter it, but we're not gonna complete the dungeon. Why? There's no penalty for you not completing the dungeon, number 1, and number 2 is gonna help speed up getting that reward from the event. Super duper easy way. This literally eliminates you doing the gold dungeon by quite a ton. So on the 3rd try, we're going to go ahead and actually clear it out. But these all count as attempts. So it's going to be 3 attempts already, just like that. And also, this is a good time to bring up too, I'm sure your next question may be, but Eileo, okay, it's nice that we have all this information, but where do I farm out on the weekends if I want to get baby sharks? Well, that honestly depends on your, you know, your scenario in the game. Where are you at in the game? Are you mid-game? Did you just begin the game? Because if you just began the game, I would just honestly progress through the story, hit Pagos Coast, and start farming Pagos Coast, not only for Monas, but also for baby sharks. If you're mid-game and, you know, you have your Dark Mona Evo 3 already, depending on where you're farming at or what you're farming for, say for instance if you're trying to maybe fill out your Astro Guide for a couple more gems, or you have certain mons that you can farm out like Candling that you want to get like an Evo 3 Fire Candling or the Light and Dark that are out nowadays, you can also go farm them bad boys out. But essentially what you want to do is, when you're farming these stages, is go to the stage that you can clear the most stable and the quickest on the hardest difficulty. I do think that extreme or hard at the very minimum should be possible, especially for newer players depending on how much you play. But also keep in mind too that if you're outside of like literally beginning the game within like a week or 2, you can feel free to farm any other area out and work towards either filling out your Astro Guide, either collecting fodder for the Candling Rebirth, maybe farming out Dragon Gems, or if you're like me on my main account, I pick one area specifically. Like right now I'm inside the deserted battlefield because I'm trying to farm out more beetles to finish up Evo 3ing my Dark Beetle. So you really need to pick out what stage that you want to farm, and if you don't have any stage in particular where you want to farm at, well, don't worry. We're almost done with this video, you guys, but we're gonna come over here. If you don't know what stage to farm out, let's say you have Astromon, you don't really care about getting Candling because you have Light and Dark Candling, always there's a good place for you to farm out stuff. So you just come over here and see, oh, look at this. I do have, I don't know, Fire Mario. I want to Super Evo Fire Mario, but it looks like I'm out of this stuff right here. Okay, I'm gonna go to Magma Crags Extreme and farm out some stuff. That way while I'm farming for baby sharks, I can also be leveling up my mons. I can be catching stuff for the Astro Guide or just the release, or go ahead and feed into the Rebirth. And then I'm also collecting Dragon Sigils if I'm on Extreme, plus a chance of a Legendary, plus I can farm out material for Super Stones. Like, it literally gets no better than that. And just concentrate on whatever Astromon you're interested in Super Evoing and be like, okay, this material is looking low. I'm gonna go over here for this weekend and farm it out. I'm gonna go over here for a day and farm it out. Now, if you don't have a Siphon set on your Astromon, it's still not the end of the world. Don't feel like you can't do this event at all, but I would implore you, especially if you take your time this weekend and farm out some baby sharks, that you use those sigils and hopefully pray to the gods that you can get even a flat set Siphon set and throw it on your Dark Mona if you have one and just let her loose. I mean, that's the best way. If you want to get more baby sharks, you simply need a faster time. Compromise with whatever time that you need, at least for the weekend, but do try and push to extreme on whatever stage that you do, because you get the best experience, you get the best gold, you get the best gems, you get sigils. It doesn't really matter what your level is or what difficulty that you're on for the Super Stones materials, but obviously if you're going to spend energy and time, why not make it as efficient as possible and do it on extreme. But that's pretty much it for the tips. These are all well known, but it's super duper nice to put in practice. Remember the little gold dungeon that you can do if you are broke but you want to get those the free currency for the gems. Phantom Forest stage 1, go ahead and get you 10 of those crappy gems plus 12 of them for like 100K or whatever, and congratulations, it's over. But I definitely hope this video helped, and if it did help, feel free to like it, you guys. Shout out once again to Yuki Shiro, I do believe, for asking for this video, because I always, you know, I don't mind sharing information with you guys. But yep, that's pretty much it. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. Go ahead and consider subscribing if you haven't already, and yeah, see ya.